So I thought I'd come on here and do a bit more of an in-depth market recap of the trade that I took yesterday, or the two trades that I took yesterday. Rather than trying to squeeze it into a 2-3 minute video, I thought I'd go a little bit more in detail with it. There was a trade that I actually missed that I want to go over as well, and just go in a bit more detail with it. So market opened here when it goes from blue to white, or both NQ and ES. So ES immediately broke structure to the downside on the 1 minute and on the 5 minute. ES didn't, NQ didn't, sorry. So NQ went up, it did come down first of all, but then went back up and swept out this hourly draw here, and this draw here was London session highs. So NQ went and swept out both these draws on liquidity, which was a good sign because it also gave us a bearish SMT. The SMT was here because we had a higher high produced on NQ and we had a lower high produced on ES. Once we then broke structure to the downside both on NQ and ES, that gave us confirmation of the SMT, which is where I entered on the more bearish index, being ES, because we got the high low. I entered here once we got confirmation that they were both breaking structure to the downside. So we broke structure here on NQ and here on ES, this being the last 1 minute low that it produced, and this low here being the last 1 minute low that it produced. Entered here, had TP1 set here, which was an hourly draw on liquidity, I think it was, and TP2 was London lows, and TP3 was another hourly draw on liquidity. TP1 got hit pretty quickly, was within 5 or 6 minutes, I think it was. So that got hit nice and quickly. As soon as TP1 got hit, I moved my stops to break even. It bumbled along a little bit and then obviously took us out of the trade at break even. So there was only a small profit made here. I believe it's about $120 on TP1. Didn't go in enough with enough contracts on this one. I struggle with ES on contract sizing and how many to go in with. I used to trade on a 25k account, and this is a 50k eval. So I'm just getting to grips with how much to trade on ES, because the majority of my trades are actually taken on NQ. On the 25k account on NQ, I used to trade with 2 micro contracts, so now I'm trading with 4, as it's a 50k account. Obviously it's double the amount that you can win or lose. So trade with 4 on NQ. I went in with 5 micro contracts on ES, but wasn't enough, wasn't that good of a reward, to be honest with you. So that's why I was actually looking for a second trade once I saw this big move down. The big move down happened on both NQ and ES, so I then went back to my favoured place where I trade on NQ, marked out equilibrium of this big move down, which was the big move down here as well. Marked out equilibrium, which would have been the high and the low, waited for a retracement, meaning a 1 minute break of structure back to the upside, which we got here, and then we got it here as well on ES. Waited for that 1 minute break of structure, waited for it to return into equilibrium, which it did. We got a little wick into it and then immediately straight back out of it. I didn't have it on marked up on ES, I literally had it on NQ. Then waited for break of structure on both of them to the downside. I almost got in because there was an inverse fair value gap on ES, so we inverted that fair value gap straight away. I almost got in here, but thought I'd wait just for NQ to break structure and then I'll enter. So entered here, stop loss was just above the wick that was into equilibrium, and then carried on going straight down towards my profit target. So TP1 I set at the previous low, and then TP2 was this big hourly draw on liquidity. There is actually, on the hourly chart, there is a big gap here. So I was just expecting it to go really quickly through it, which it did. Eventually hit this TP2 here, which would have closed me out of the trade. I actually fully closed the trade around here. I had something else to attend to, and I just didn't feel, because it was my second trade of the day, I didn't actually want to leave the chart unattended. I could have put it to break even, but I don't know why I didn't. I just closed the trade fully here. I think I was in profit of around $500 here. But if I'd have let it go all the way down to TP2, that trade would have profited me around $2,000. So it was a very good trade. I'd have been very happy with that one. It's a shame I missed it, but that trade, the first trade and the second trade, it was around $600 profit for the day, which I'm not going to complain at all. The actual trade that I missed, which would have been a lot better, was this retracement. So had I noticed that this was the actual retracement that I needed or should have been looking for, the perfect entry point would have been around about here, where both of them broke structure on the 1 minute, and then you'd have caught this huge move all the way down, and you'd have had a TP1 here and a TP2 here, or maybe had 3 take profits, one in the middle. So TP1, TP2 and TP3. But that would have been the ideal trade of the day. But I didn't take it. So the trade that I took was that one and that one. Very good day. Very nice price action. Very good price action. Compared to the last few weeks, we've just been straight ripping as soon as market has opened. So a lot happy with the price action yesterday, and hopefully it continues for the rest of the week. So put in the comments if you like this style of video with a bit more in-depth trade recap as to why I went into the trade, why my stop losses were where my stop losses were. Let me know what you think of it. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, and we'll see if we'll do a few more of these.